Howdy my friends, and welcome back to more Let's Play Gran Turismo 6. And it really hasn't been so long since I played this. Less than 2 days after I recorded the last Vision Gran Turismo, which were the Alpine and the Lexus. There is now another one. Thank you Roscoe83 for bringing that to my attention, also known as Frankie Russ. Because the new Vision Gran Turismo is already out. Seems like they're cranking them out quite quickly now. So let's check it out here. It is the Volkswagen GTI Super Sport VGT. And if you remember, once upon a time, we actually did another Volkswagen. So Volkswagen actually is going to have two, which is interesting. They're actually having two, which Alpine has two, you know, which they're pretty much the same. But off screen, I'd actually done a few of these, and I actually got a gold in this one and in this one. And I did this one on screen, but I got a gold in both those. Got a silver in that one. So, and the silver in that one also. I bought me a Ferrari F40, and I also did that one. So did a few little things there, but let's get to the Vision Gran Turismo here. And this looks like a very cool car. I like the styling just from looking at the little picture there. So try driving the Volkswagen VGT in hatchback form, as it's quite different. And I actually looked at my other Volkswagen VGT which was the Roadster version, and it actually had a few, just a little less performance points than this. I think it had 608. So we'll see how we do on this. I'm gonna try to at least get a bronze, you know. It'd be nice to get a silver though. That's more money. Usually silver's pretty hard. Huh? A couple of my friends have already done this. 124, wow. That's quite a bit better than a gold. Well, heck, if they can do that good, surely I can get a gold. Apparently, it doesn't look too hard. Surely. Yeah, right. 122 is the record. How are people so good at this? I mean, I remember the good old days when I actually, as a kid, oh man, this is sharp. When I actually had time to play video games. I didn't have so many other responsibilities like I do now. And I actually spent hours and hours and hours playing Gran Turismo 1, man. I mean, I became a sheer expert at that game. Kind of like, I guess, these people are Gran Turismo 6. You know, my Gran Turismo 1 skills, I'm sure they faded too, you know, since my younger days. Though I can't wait to do a project on that game. We'll see. We'll see if I still got it. I'm trying to keep up with y'all, but y'all are just too good. I will. I can't expect to do too hard on my first go around. Oh gosh. Ugh. This thing does understeer. I gotta say that. I'm guessing it's probably 4-wheel drive like most of the other Vision Gran Turismo. Even the Mini Cooper version Vision Gran Turismo, it was actually 4-wheel drive, and you figure it would have been front-wheel drive. Yeah, we can do this. We can do it. This thing will oversteer though if you're not careful. Gosh, I suck. Yeah, no go for us, I don't think. I'm afraid I'm gonna fly off the daggum road. Which I often do regardless. Well, heck. Oh my, how do I go off so easily? Dadgummit. This is... I can't believe this. This has been doing this so often lately, y'all. It's getting so ridiculous. This is like the 5th time just in the last 2 hours. I've been doing a lot of B-spec. Anyway, I'll see y'all in a moment. Y'all, I'm really beginning to... actually get a kick out of how my PS3 loves to turn itself off. It's really getting kind of interesting, I gotta say. Of course, that will never diminish the annoyingness of it, but I saw something on a YouTube video because I'm gonna have to figure out the problem, because like when I begin my Sly 3 LP, I can't have it do that. You know, I can't have it. So I'm gonna have to figure out a solution. So one thing I saw, oh, I'm lucky they didn't film me there. One thing I saw is that somebody said they left theirs off all night. Don't mean really leave it off, but unplug it. So perhaps that's what I should do, is just unplug mine. You know, it's definitely worth a try. Golly, because, you know, aside from, I don't know, I don't really even use, I hadn't really used it often that late, you know, lately I hadn't used it much. Until these new Vision Gran Turismo cars have come out. Okay, that kind of sucked. I don't know, y'all. This one seems too hard. I'm not very good at this track, for one thing. If it was a different track that I really was good at, like well, I'm better at Fuji Speedway than this one. Well, heck, really didn't do that bad. Not as bad as I thought I did. Well, heck, we'll try it again. I really wasn't all that far from a gold. I'm doing quite a bit better than myself. One thing I noticed about this car, though, is that it seems to do a lot better when you just let off the gas versus trying to use the brakes. So that may be a strategy. Oh yeah, I'm doing much better than myself. And plus I do better in this view anyway. So I'm almost a full second better. Okay, I think we might have it. Barring any stupid mistakes. I think that definitely could have been better, but... Yes! Oh man, beautiful. Look at that. I couldn't keep up with Frankie Russ and Frank Fields, but hey, we did good enough to get a gold. Well, I will take it. Wow, 750,000. Whoa. I got almost all my money back. And I think to close this video off, I may show a little more B-spec mode and show you another car that I bought. And this car, once I get this should be my 100th car. So I'm guessing that I'll probably get some kind of reward for that. Some kind of trophy of some sort. Oh man, it is pretty. I do like it. Which color? Seems like I always get blue. Can't hardly go wrong with silver though. You know what, I think for this car, I think we're gonna get the silver for this one. It's pretty. And I really wish you could, yep, fanatical collector. I wonder if that's the last one you get. I know I'm far from getting 100% in this game, getting a platinum trophy. But nah, we don't want to use it now. But yeah, I can show you some of the, a little more of the B-spec mode. But first, let's look at our garage here. And this actually has 551 horsepower and 614 performance points. So pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, nice. So let's see here. Let's watch the Vision Gran Turismo video here. Can't wait to see what other ones there will be. It's always exciting when there's a new one coming out, because for one thing, you never really know what manufacturer it'll be. Can't wait to see the ones like if Ruff will do one, you know, the Porsche. Porsche, you know, equivalent. Or Lamborghini, theirs would be awesome if they did one. Yeah, these videos, I don't know. I think they're pretty cool, but they're not the most exciting thing, but I do want to show them off. In my opinion, though, they're not the most exciting thing. But I'm glad they did them. Kind of show off a little tribute, you know, to each Vision Gran Turismo vehicle. Because they all are special. Figure a lot of work was put into making those. Granted, there are, you know, I don't know how many more there are to come. I guess I could look. Pretty nice, pretty nice. What track is that? Deep Forest? Not this midfield. Oh, I like Deep Forest and midfield. Good times, good times. I reminisce about the good old days. Back when I didn't have to work all the time. Work 2 jobs and pay the bills and all that stuff. Oh wow, that's a special stage, isn't it? Be interesting. It'd be cool if you could do races on that track without, you know, without doing like the win trophy. That's the only trophy that track's even in. Read the information here. One thing about all these Vision Gran Turismos is what did it say about a little nervous? Is all of them have very good aerodynamics. On the racetracks in the world of GT6, the unmistakably charismatic looks of the new GTI and the digital rear view mirror are likely to make the other contenders more than a little nervous. Yeah, it does look mean, that's for sure. Let's see. Okay, here's what all we had to look forward to. Bertone. What in the world does Bertone make? I'll have to check that out. Oh, Lamborghini will have one. Jordan will have one. Currently under development. Look forward to an update soon. I wonder what that one will be. Golly, y'all, I'm excited. I can imagine what SRT will be. It'll be some kind of Viper or something. GM design. Ford. Yep, we hadn't got Fords yet. But we got over half of them, don't we? See, 4, 8, 12, 16, 17. So that was the 17th one, and we have 15 more to go. Yep, more than half of them. It'd be interesting to see what Lamborghinis will be. But like Jordan, I think that's after Michael Jordan. Kind of like Nike had his own car. I guess Michael Jordan's going to have his own. I have no idea. Now, Bertone, I know I've seen that before, though. Where's Bertone? It's not American. Huh, it's not here either. Interesting. Very interesting. What car was it that I wanted to look up? Oh, I think it was the Bertone, wasn't it? Well, let's see here. Show off a little more of the B-spec mode, since I know that we haven't showed too much of that off. So let's see here. Let's do this. 500 or less, huh? That's not very much. Do something a little more peppy than that. $540. Supercar Festival. 630 or less. Okay. So let's get my Ferrari F40. Oh, I love that car. Reason's not popping up. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I really like the B-spec mode in this. You know, and like I said in the last part, you get to, you know, you can do other things, you know, and I don't know though, in ways I kind of like how Gran Turismo 4 and 5 did it, and that the B-spec driver has to gain experience. I kind of like that aspect, because you really don't have that in this. I mean, it doesn't seem like the computers are as good as it'll ever get. But oh, the bad thing is, my gears are going to be spread out too much in this. Well, we should still be able to do fine, I think. But it seemed like there was something else I wanted to say about this, but let's just put push. I think it should be able to win fine. Yeah, the B-spec driver's pretty good, though. They're very good at controlling it, and it seems like they're a lot higher performing than the B-spec drivers in the Gran Turismo 4 and 5. Granny, she doesn't play in this game, man. I mean, look at her getting down. Look at her. She may be in an outdated car, man, but she's, well, it's kind of hard to call that Ferrari F40 outdated, man. It's just plumb awesome. Always will be. I love the Ferrari F40. One of my favorite cars of all time. And it looks so good black, too, doesn't it? I love it. It looks so awesome black. Nothing wrong with it being red, you know, but it just looks so fresh. And it's got its red interior. There weren't very many of those made, you know, and the ones that were made, I think every one of them was red. Yeah, I do have the gears spread out to where it would go 286, but that's really probably unnecessary. And probably going to keep it from actually going as fast as it otherwise would. But I still think it should be able to win. Yeah, it's really cool. You know, I mean, I really do like it. I mean, the base spec's pretty good. And I also like how they don't make the races longer. The races are exactly the same length. You know, they don't actually give you a downside for choosing B-spec mode. There's no penalty. It seems like in Gran Turismo 5 there's just a penalty for doing it. I have to say though, out of all three Gran Turismos 4, 5, and 6, I like the way Gran Turismo 4 did it the most, in that you could speed it up, and also that the computer, the Granny, would gain experience. And I can't wait to do an LP of that one. 4 is definitely my favorite of the series, although I do like 6, I have to say. And I like Gran Turismo 1 quite a bit. So in order from least, you know, favorite to least favorite, it'd probably be 4, 6, and then 1. And they're probably 2 and 5 and then 3. No offense to 3, but it has its good points too. Which whenever I LP it, I'll go over those good points. But yeah, this is just a nice little relaxing race where we get to watch Granny get down, you know. And we can, I always like looking at the other cars, you know. Like, let's see how fast Granny goes on this straight. So she's getting up to 180, 187. Well, they're already braking. So that one's getting up to 164, so not near as fast. That's a cute car, Ferrari F430. Oh, the V12 Vantage, golly. I love Aston Martins, but they're so daggum heavy. Oh, and this is actually, okay. And what year model? 2010. So that's one of the newest ones. It's not as It's probably a little better than the DB7 Vantage or Vanquish. No, Vantage. Because there was one made, I believe it was in 2006. It wasn't. Oh wow, this old thing's in there. It's actually doing pretty well. It's not doing too bad at all. 22 seconds behind. It really is doing pretty bad. Oh, Sky, you're such a doofus sometimes. Oh, I love the Ferrari F40. My first ever experience with it was in the very, very ancient Sega Genesis game, Test Drive 2, The Duel. And man, ever since then I fell in love with this car, you know. And I always liked it anyway, because I always had many Hot Wheels. I was a big Hot Wheels collector, which I still have a bunch of them. I have a lot of them in the boxes, actually. They're kind of put up. But yeah, I had many Ferrari F40s. It was a very popular car in the early 90s. And it still is awesome. Hasn't faded a bit. So I guess next, and then to conclude this video, I'll show you a very cool car that I bought. It's very expensive and not the highest performing, but it is a pretty cool car. I guess, you know, I think so, because I love classic cars. And it is a very awesome classic. Not near worth the price that I paid for it, but nonetheless. Nonetheless. Good job, Granny. And we really don't need to wait for them to finish. Well, they really weren't that far behind them. I really don't like the look of the new Viper, too. I like the old 96 model better. I guess, you know, just because that's what I grew up with. I like the 90s car styling. I mean, it's just... that's just me, you know. Because I grew up in the 90s. I grew up playing Gran Turismo 1 so much. Alright, so let's see. You know what? I wonder if I could win this with that granny that I was going to use. I probably better not. So, Tune Car Festival. Oh my. Looks kind of nasty. Well, how many laps is it? 4 laps is too many. Tour of Europe. Yeah, let's do Silverstone here. And oh yeah, that's quite a bit of money. So I'll show off that car that I bought. You know what? I could let Granny do this too. I bet she could probably win. And it would also show the car off better than if I did it. I'll do it myself, heck. Brands Hatch. I really ain't a fan of this track. I like the short version better. This track's just so tricky, you know, and I hadn't played it in a long time. Make sure my settings are fine. Yeah, it should be good. Now, let's try this, my friends. The Vantage Coupe. Oh man, ain't this car just awesome looking? The styling's just so unique, you know. Which I love 1950s and 1960s cars anyway. And also, well, anything before 1970 is just awesome to me. Which I also like 80s. Heck, I like everything. What can I say? I just love cars. Love them. I'm a big car nut. Sorry about knocking you out of the way there. I'm kind of aggressive. I can't help it. Well, I can help it, but I'm just not going to. I had to say I never was a big fan of the BMW M Coupe. Use a little nitrous here. This car actually, for a 1952 model, it actually handles very well. I can't wait to tune up my 54 Corvette and see how it does. Because the 54 Corvette actually handles very well in Gran Turismo 4. It's very surprisingly well. Can't wait to see what it does in this game. Oh gosh. Okay. Regain control. How dare you hit my beautiful car? You're going to pay for that. Yeah, this thing, y'all, was $3.5 million. I mean, granted, it's awesome, but it is not that awesome, you know. Okay, I'm really not closing the gap any. And it's really bad when I can't keep up with this DB7. Come here, DB7. Golly, that is sad. Still 10 seconds behind. Golly, I almost went off there. Woo. Man, I love Aston Martins. They really do suck in Gran Turismo 1, though, I gotta say. Me knowing Gran Turismo 1 so well, that's probably one of the worst cars. Even the little granny like the Mazda Demio was almost as good as the Aston Martin DB7 in that game. And a car like the Honda Civic is far superior. Shoot. Okay, I'm not doing very well, y'all. Not doing very well at all. Matter of fact, I probably will not be able to win. Unless they just really suck. But I should do better with this view. I think I can do it. Yep, so continue to keep me updated on the Vision Gran Turismo. I appreciate you, Raceco83. You've been very loyal and very unwavering in your efforts to keep me informed. Okay, now I gotta close this gap. And I only have 2 laps to do it. Yeah, this car will understeer, but what car won't, I guess. You know what? I don't have nitrous, do I? I kept pushing the nitrous button and I don't even have it. No wonder it ain't doing anything. Which I think I did buy it for this car. I think. I feel like such a doofus thinking that I had nitrous and did not. Come on, car. We can't afford to do that. Still 10 seconds behind. Come on now. I feel like I am closing the gap, but probably not quick enough. Okay, we are closing it. Let's draft or slipstream this lace here. That will help. Okay, 7 seconds. Okay, I'm actually seeing him now. Yeah, it seems like I remember that about this game. Seems like they actually, for some reason they really slow down on the last few laps. I love having my HD TV though. I can actually finally read. Which I know I said this before. Golly, I was using this ancient TV made in the late 80s, early 90s. And I could not read the text on the screen. But I can actually see like my tires. My tires, they're like all 10 right now. So that means very good, you know. It means I have full tread. And I can actually read my gas gauge, golly. No wonder I sucked so much for the first half of this project. Couldn't tell what in the heck was going on. Alright, we can do this now. We can do this. Okay, don't go off, baby. Don't go off. Okay, let's show the interior of this. Golly, look at that. Ain't that beautiful, man? I love 50 styling. My uncle has a 1957 Cadillac, and it has the same type of steering wheel and the same gauges and everything. Just super awesome. Oh, look at the back seat, man. Oh, I love it. I better not admire it too much, though. I better pay attention to stay on the road. Oh, man, it's awesome, though. Sexy. What's that cardboard looking stuff? Is that the seat? Or is that... Which I know I did weight reduction and stuff on this car, so I think things like the back seat would actually have been removed. Actually building a slight little lead here. That curve right there, though, seems to always get me. And so does this one. You're not going to get me this time, though. You just think you're going to catch me Lotus Sprint. You're just going to stay back there and enjoy it. Okay, now, calm down, calm down. Oh, awesome, y'all. Well, I guess we will stop right here. I hope you enjoyed this little rendition of, I almost said Mario Party 10, because I've been used to playing that. And Paper Mario and 1000-Year Door. Y'all, they have so many projects going on right now. But I hope you enjoyed this Gran Turismo 6 edition here, and keep me updated. Risco83, I'm counting on you, my friend. Keep me updated on the new Vision Gran Turismo cars coming up. Once again, y'all, I want to thank you very much for your support, and as always, my friends, stay awesome. God bless. This is Sky Hurricane 89 signing out. Goodbye, y'all.